The time has come to start today's practice session, which will be in typically wet conditions here in Kuala Lumpur. The excitement and disappointment of the last race will soon be forgotten as the teams focus on getting the most out of their cars. So after the first race, how do you think this season will compare to previous years?
Well, I hope that we're in for a fantastic season. The Mercedes team have certainly come out of pre-season testing the strongest, which is all well and good, but it's the racing where the pace really counts. It's always difficult to predict, therefore, who's going to come out on top.
The new regulations for this year say goodbye to the somewhat unique nose designs that we saw on the 2014 cars.
The 2014 changes were brought in to promote safety, but I don't think it was anticipated how the teams would exploit the regulations. This year, those regulations have been tightened up to give us a more traditional look to the noses on the 2015 cars.
Hey there guys, it's Tom and welcome back to a brand new video, and this is part number 2 of my F1 2015 Zero2Hero career mode, and we're here at a very wet Malaysia, and this is currently the practice session, and we're just getting a feel for the track as my phone goes off. Let's quickly put that on mute real quick. And we're currently in Malaysia, like I was saying, and it's quite wet here. We're just doing some laps in practice to get a feel for it, and because obviously Malaysia, it does rain every now and again. I did decide to get a little bit of practice on these wet tyres, even though normally I wouldn't have done so, but we're going to get a little bit of a feel for the wet tyres here, and you'll see that we actually go fastest with the inters there, and then later on in the session actually dried up, so we've got a couple of laps in on the last couple of minutes of the session with the dry tyres, so we just put on a set of primes, got a feel for the track, and I've got to say, with the first upgrade that we got in Australia, sorry, first couple of upgrades, which we've got 2 in Australia for finishing in P4, the car felt very nice around here, especially with that rear wing upgrade. And in case you didn't know guys, if you remember from the first episode, we did unlock make any upgrades. So what I've decided to choose is actually the front suspension. So around here I'm on an 11 on the front suspension on my setup. So for this race, rear wing and the front suspension are the 2 setup things I'm allowed to change. And I've already set them up for the race, and we're going to see how we get on here at the Malaysian Grand Prix after a pretty impressive practice session.
Good afternoon and welcome from Sepang, where the cars and drivers are getting ready to start the Malaysia Grand Prix. It was a blistering lap time from Lewis Hamilton in qualifying yesterday. If he gets a clean start away from the grid today, he might be untouchable.
He has clean air in front of him, so we'll be hoping he can create a gap over the first few laps. If the cars in second and third can keep close until the first round of pit stops, then they may be able to take advantage on the undercut.
It was a good win last time out for Lewis Hamilton, who will still be feeling buoyant going into today's race. He knows he's got the beating of the rest of the field as long as he doesn't hit any reliability issues with his Mercedes.
Well, Lewis can beat anyone on his day. His pace has been second to none at times. He just has a knack of finding those extra tenths which others can't. I'm expecting him to be particularly strong at the end of the stints today.
So here we are then on the grid, and it is race day here in Malaysia for part 2 of my F1 2015 career mode on season 2, and we're going to get up to 5 red lights, and we're underway here, starting on the faster option tyre here, which is the medium, and then we get a little bit of a tank slapper there on the exit at the start there, but so far so good. We're going to pass the 2 manners as per usual. We're going to try and slide the car up the inside here, try and negotiate away without any contact through the traffic as we go up the inside of signs here up into P15 for the time being, and we're going to see if we can try and hold it around the outside, maybe some cars if we turn 2. No, we can't, and we're going to have to take P15 for the time being, but an okay start so far, 5 places. Perez is going really slow, and we're going to capitalise by going up the inside, and we're also going to try and overtake Felipe Nasr here up the inside of turn 4, so a nice double overtake there, and we're actually up into P13, so a very good first couple of corners, because you remember Australia, at the end of the first lap we was into 13th place, and we're not even halfway into the lap yet, so a very good lap here so far. As now we're on the back of Jenson Button, who's going very slow. We're going to try and line him up for a move here up the inside, but Button actually brakes quite late and gets the better of us there under braking, but we're going to see if we can try and overtake him elsewhere, as we've got a nice run on the McLaren here. Can we go up the inside of the hairpin? We're going to brake nice and late, and it looks like we are going to get the move done here as we try and squeeze Button out, run him out of road, and we're up into P12, so a nice textbook move there up the inside of Button at the hairpin. So far so good of a start, not going to lie. The pace, like I said in practice, the car was feeling really good around here, and I'm hoping to just carry that pace throughout the race and see if we can try and actually get ourselves a nice couple of upgrades for the next race, because China, which is the next race, is a track that I absolutely hate, and I've never been good around that track, so we're going to need our car to be pretty good around there, because I'm definitely not very good around there. But here we are now onto the back straight, as you can see, and we're behind Roman Grosjean, and we're going to try and maybe have a look up the inside, but we're going to think better of it and try and line them up for the straight now into turn number 1 instead. So like I said, in the lap 1, P12, so a pretty good start from us, and we're almost in the points already, so good stuff there. As now we're going to see if we can try and get into Grosjean's slipstream, try and maybe pass him up the inside of turn 1, but we are a bit far back, but we are going to go for the dive bomb there, so a pretty bold move there, pretty aggressive, but we have made it stick. Grosjean's coming back us up the inside. He's actually going to give us a little tap on the wheels, and that forces us a little bit wide, and Grosjean actually retakes the position. So good defensive driving there from Grosjean, but I've got to say that move came out of nowhere. We came from miles back up the inside of Grosjean, who was going very slow into turn 1, but now up the inside of turn number 5. Here we go, sorry, turn number 4. We're going to take Roman Grosjean up the inside, and that is a nice move there up into P11, and a nice little scrap there with the Frenchman. But before we continue, I think we're going to quickly have a little look at the replay there from the start of the race, because that was quite a hectic one. And here we go. As you can see, we're getting away off the grid here, and we're going to see what happens as we go all the way down into turn 1. And you see both Mercedes leading the way here, with both Ferraris as 3rd and 4th, so this could be a commanding race win from the Mercedes. But here we got the inside of Sainz there, as you can see, and all looked pretty good actually. Not much contact with the AI, it was all very clean, going very slow there through turn 2, and Sainz almost got us back temporarily, but we managed to stick it around the outside and make the move stick, so pretty good from us there. And it looks like we're now, as you can see, we got the inside of Perez and Nasser. Nice double overtake, got to admit, I was quite pleased with that move. 2 for the price of 1 there at the inside of turn 4, and that set us on our way to pass Tensa Bun. So a pretty good start to the race, not gonna lie. And we're going to see if we can try and continue this momentum, because Malaysia is a track where even though I haven't really liked the track, I've always had some pretty good pace around here. So nevertheless, here we are on lap 3 now, and as you can see, we're going to go up the inside of Nico Hulkenberg there at turn 4, and then now we're right on the gearbox of Danny Kvyat, and I think actually we just tapped the back of him and actually lost the very tip of our front nose. We may see that later on, but I think I lost the tip of my front nose because there was a little bit of contact with Kvyat there. But now we're on the back of him once again. We tapped the rear end once again. Seemed to go really slow there, Kvyat, through that corner. But we are going to try and line him up for a move here, maybe on the exit of this corner. He has got the Renault engine, so we have got a bit more power on him. But he's in the situation of Maldonado. We're going to maybe go up the inside. No, we're not. We're going to have to wait and maybe try and pass him elsewhere. And we definitely want to try and get past Kvyat as soon as possible, because actually, now I think about it, similar to Australia, Maldonado was also in 7th place and holding everybody up. So we definitely want to try and dispatch these 2 cars ASAP. And there's now, we go through this left-right chicane, one of my favourite corners on the track. We're actually going to line up Kvyat, and we're going to go up the inside of the Russian there at the penultimate corner, and it's a nice move up into P8. So we've got a nice little cutback on Kvyat through the chicane there, and that allowed us to go up the inside there of the 3rd from last corner. So very nice move there. Now on the back of Maldonado, and they can make a move on him into the final corner here. We're going to brake nice and late up the inside, but we've run a little bit deep, and Maldonado's actually going to get back past us, as you can see there, and he's got DRS unlike me, so we're going to have to try and pass him with straight line speed here without the DRS, and we're in the slipstream. And thanks to that rear wing that I unlocked at Australia, and I'm running it on 2 this race, I've got the straight line speed to keep up. And we're going to go up the inside of Maldonado at turn 1 there, and it's a nice textbook move, but Maldonado is going to try and come back at us like his teammate did, but we are going to shut the door clean on him through turn 2 to make sure he does not come back at us. And like I was saying, because I got the front wing in Australia unlocked, sorry, the rear wing, I'm actually running the value on 2 unlike 6, which is the default. So we've got the value quite low around here from straight line speed, and it's actually already paid dividends for us a couple of times. And now, as you can see, we're coming into the pit stop now, and we've got a pit stop out with Daniel Ricciardo, so we're going to see who blinks first as we get a really nice camera angle here. And we're going to see that's Ricciardo there, so he's managed to stay ahead, so we are going to have to try and pass him on track. But as you can see, we're on lap 10 now, so we've got 18 laps left, and we're still 2 or 3 positions away from getting some any form of decent upgrade. So we need to try and pick up the pace a little bit here in this middle stint, as Massa goes past us, I believe, because he pit a lap before. So he got the undercut, and he made it work. As you can see, Vettel was also there. He's been held up in the pits. He's been stacking up behind Raikkonen, and he's come out right in front of our teammate Felipe Massa, who's hot on his heels. But we're on the back of Ricciardo here, as you can see, go downhill, getting a bit of a tank slapper on the cold tyres. But we're going to have a brilliant run here on Ricciardo in the slipstream, and we're going to pull to the inside of turn number 4, make the overtake, and it's a nice clean move, and we're up at the P7. And now we're going to see if we can try and hunt down our teammate here in Malaysia, because I know Massa was actually struggling quite a lot on that first stint once his tyres went off, and indeed his case once again, as you see, he pit a lap earlier, but he's already struggling with his tyres on lap 12. Vettel's actually run away with it, so we've got to try and pass Massa now straight away, because as you see, Vettel there is trying to stretch out a gap, and we've got a really good run on our teammate here, and we're going to go up the inside of the double right-hander, and it's a nice move there. Massa didn't even bother putting up a fight because we were so much faster, so we get a little bit of a tank slapper there on the exit. But now we're going to see if we can try and catch up Sebastian Vettel. As you can see on lap 16, we've got DRS on the German, so we've managed to make up the gap, and we've managed to make it into DRS range, but we're not really close enough at the minute to make any form of attack, maybe into the pit stops like we do with Ricardo, because I know that obviously the second round of pit stops are coming very soon, I think at the end of this lap, if not the next lap, but pit stops are definitely imminent, and we're going to see now, as you can see at the end of lap number 17, we're on the back of Sebastian Vettel now, and can we possibly line him up for a move here at the end of this lap, because we're going through this left-right chicane once again, and there's the DRS detection line, so we're definitely win DRS as we run a little bit deep, do a Sergio Perez 2012-esque, but we managed to keep it on the track and not lose too much time, and it's actually set us up quite nicely for an undercut, and as you can see, we're going to get a nice run on Vettel here with the DRS wide open. We're going to pull to the inside. Vettel's got no chance. We're going to make the move stick up the inside there. We're going to kiss the apex nicely. Vettel is now going to have DRS on us now down the straight, so will he get us back? We're going to have to wait and see here. Vettel's open up the rear flap now. He's in the mirrors. As you can see, here comes Vettel alongside us on our right hand side. Is he going to make the move into turn 1? We're going to have to wait and see. There's Vettel. He's still there on our inside. He's going to brake later. He's actually going to run a little bit wide, give us a little bit of a tap to kind of like say that he's taking his position and we're not going to get it from him. So Vettel at the moment prevails in P4, so I'm definitely going to want to get him back, because we want them 2 upgrades, at least 2 with 10 laps to go. So here we are, exact same move as a couple laps ago. Daniel Ricciardo up the inside, we've got the run on him. We're going to make it up the inside of turn 4. A little bit of a corner cut there, we'll admit, but we've made the move nonetheless, and we're up into P4 now. So we've definitely got some good pace this race, and so far we're in a position where we've got 2 upgrades. So this is crucial for us. We're definitely going to need these 2 upgrades for the next race at China, like I mentioned. And we're in the pit stop now for lap number 19, and we're going to put on a set of prime tyres as Vettel also comes into the pit and hold us up a little bit there. As you can see, the pit stop was 3.9, so not brilliant, but you know, at least we're still ahead of Vettel, that's the main thing. So now we're going to see if we can try and hunt down Kimi Raikkonen, who's ahead of us in 3rd place. Obviously the Mercedes are long gone, because they were 1-2, if you guys remember, at the start of the race, so we're not going to be getting them anytime soon. But maybe Raikkonen, because as you see in the mini-map, he's not incredibly far away, and now in lap 25 we're right on the back of the Iceman here. Are we going to go to the inside? No, we're not. We're going to back off, but it's actually getting incredibly overcast here in Malaysia, and Jeff actually told me that there could be rain towards the end of the race, so we're going to have to watch out for that, because when it rains it pours here in Malaysia. But we're going to go up the inside of Raikkonen here, up the hairpin, but not enough speed into the corner, and Raikkonen actually holds it clean around the outside easily, in fact. So we're going to have to try and pass Raikkonen somewhere else, as now we're approaching the usual overtaking spot here. As you can see, we're going through the chicane once again. There's the DRS line right in front of us there, and now we're going to see if we can try and out Raikkonen for a move down the straight into the final corner maybe. And the rain is actually starting to spit a little bit now through this part of the track, so we've got to watch out as the track can get a little bit slippery. But we're in the DRS of Kimi Raikkonen once again. Can we make a move into the final corner? Exact same move as Sebastian Vettel. No, we're not. We're actually going to back out and do the sensible thing, and we're not going to go for the move. We're going to wait and get a better run out of the final corner here. As you can see, with the DRS wide open, we're on the back of Kimi Raikkonen, and there we go. This should be an easy move. As we pull to the outside, we've got so much more speed in the straight line, and it's a move that is done way before the corner. So we're up into P3, into the podium positions for the first time this season, and this actually means 3 upgrades at least for the next race. But as you can see now, the skipping later on, Raikkonen is still not done yet, as he's right on the back of us, and he's actually going to go to the inside on the next lap, and he's actually going to come back at us. So our tyres were actually going off quite badly, and we was relying on the DRS to keep up with Kimi, and now with 1.5 laps to go, Kimi has re-overtaken us, so we've got to try and get him back as soon as possible. And here we go, through turn 3 into turn number 4. Can we possibly line up Kimi for a move? I know for a fact in this middle sector we was the best car on track all weekend, because we've got the really high front wing with 6 as a main value, because obviously we haven't got an upgrade yet. We was really good through this middle sector with loads of the corners. As you can see, we're right on the back of Kimi, line them up for a switch back here. As you can see, Kimi's going very slow. It's also raining a little bit heavier now, so we are struggling for grip as we go up the inside of Kimi Raikkonen there, and it's a nice move up into P3 once again, and hopefully that will be it. But you never know with Kimi, could come back at us, but I don't think he is. As you can see in lap 28, it's actually raining quite hard now. Lewis Hamilton wins the race, and we're going to understeer through the final corner. There's literally no grip. Had there been one more lap, I would have put in for Inters because it was that wet, but the rain just seemed to come down really quick. But nevertheless, we're going to come through for a brilliant 3rd place, and that means 3 upgrades for the next race, and I can't wait to see what we get, because we're going to need them for China, because China is not a track that I enjoy, and I'm sure that everyone, the team, myself, and all of you guys will be happy with 3rd place here at the Malaysian Grand Prix.
Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton on a wonderful drive today. It was a truly world-class performance, underlining his credentials as one of the best British drivers of all time.
Ultimately, it's all about whoever reaches the checker flag first, and today was his day.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So there we have it. It's official confirmation that we have come in third place for the Malaysian Grand Prix, so a nice 15 points for us, and crucially, 3 upgrades for the Chinese Grand Prix, like I've mentioned a couple of times now, and these upgrades will be very welcome indeed. And Felipe Massa actually finished down in 7th place, so he had a pretty poor race and not really bringing in many points for the team. That means that we are now 4th in the Drivers' Championship, so not too bad after 2 races gone. The Mercedes are actually really dominating at the minute, so we need to try and stop that. Especially, I know for a fact, tracks like Monaco, where I might be doing a 100% race, we definitely have to try our best to try and stop the Mercedes from winning and try and claw some points back in the championship. And looking at the constructors in a minute, you'll see that we're actually not doing too badly so far. If you look at, we're actually 3rd, but even though Mercedes ran away with it, we have got Ferrari in our sights, who are realistically our target. So not too bad for us in the Constructors' Championship, as you can see. Red Bull are also there just breathing down next, so we've got to watch out for that. But overall, it's been a really good championship so far. And now, in a minute, we're going to get into the upgrades, into the wheel. We're going to see what we can expect for the next race in China. So here we are then on the rules table once again, and like I said, we came in 3rd place, so that means we get 3 spins of the wheel, which equates to 3 positive upgrades. So we're going to spin the wheel now, and we're going to see what we can expect for the Chinese Grand Prix. And there we go, spin the wheel now, and we're going to see what our first upgrade is, and it is the front wing. So that's a very nice upgrade. We'll take that because we definitely want to get our front wing upgraded for all the races. So that means we've got rear wing and front wing now, so we can mess around with them 2 values, and that will give us a nice bit of speed both for the corners and the straight line. Second upgrade is going to be differential off throttle, not one that I'm particularly keen on, but oh well, you're gonna get some bad ones, I guess. I guess I can adjust it a little bit, but it's not really a major upgrade. And third and last upgrade will be front toe, so that's actually not a too bad one. That one I'll definitely be trying to exploit and get the most out of. But yeah guys, those were the 3 upgrades: the front wing, the differential off throttle, and the front toe. But that's about it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, then please do smash the like button down below, and if you're new around here, then please subscribe for more F1 2015 daily content. If you want to follow my Twitter, there's links down below in the description. If you want a partnership with Freedom, also linked down below. And yeah guys, that's about it from me. Like I say, if you enjoyed the episode, then please leave a like, and that's it from me guys. So I'll see you guys next time for the Chinese Grand Prix, which I'm dreading. But from me, goodbye.